Welcome back, everyone, to NYU Grad's daily podcast on stocks and finance. Today is Thursday, January 18th, after market session has closed. Let's jump right into it. I will try to keep this under 15 minutes today. Looking at breadth, we had 291 new highs and 310 new lows. So while not as bad as past sessions, it's still leaning for new lows being higher than new highs. We had 58% of shares advancing versus 37% declining. 37% of shares are below its 50-day moving average, and 39% of shares are below its 200-day moving average. I would say the summary of the day was Taiwan Semiconductor. They raised guidance, and that just gave a lot of power to a rally today. It was like the first time in a while since I've seen breadth, the volume of breadth on the NYSE attempt at a real rally, and it was pretty strong, I would say. So the Magnificent Seven, especially Apple and Nvidia, and some ancillary players like AMD, were all positive, and tech led the way today. When you have Apple up 3.26%, that's only going to help, right? And Apple needed some backup here, and they had Microsoft up 1.1%, Nvidia up 1.82%, Google was up 1.5%, Meta, which is Facebook, up 2.11%, and Amazon up 1.18%. Now, Tesla is the only one that did not participate today, and Tesla looks really bad. It's actually, I've noted this analog back from 2020 where Tesla created like a topping pattern that looks like a head and shoulders. It broke down back in 2022, and we sold off till like the end of 2022 to like $103, and then we rallied back. We back tested the upside resistance, built this range, and now we're kind of building another head and shoulder top that's kind of slanted, and we broke that trend line today. Tesla closed down 1.74%. So Tesla is in a bit of a trouble here. We're below the 50, we're below the 200, we're below the trend line, and we really need to see Tesla try to bounce and at least retest the 200-day. The 200-day moving average is kind of flat, the arc of that average, the average line, and it looks like it's about to start falling as time goes on, right? The longer we stay down here at this price level, the longer we're going to give that moving average line to start sloping downwards. What else did I want to talk about today? So things that really stood out to me outside of Tesla lagging very badly was everything related to Bitcoin, especially Coinbase. Coinbase, I talked about market profile and how stocks carve out a range or a balance area, and Coin had done that. It exhibited that to the downside. It could have broke up or down from that range, and it broke down from the range, and now it's forming another range, kind of like a bear flag, to go even lower, and it looks super weak. I've read all the analysis, how the Bitcoin ETFs were good for Coinbase and how potentially it could be bad for Coinbase. I've read all the articles, but the price action is telling me all I need to know. It looks really bad. And keep in mind, ARK Innovation, ARKK, owns Coin, and Coin is 10% of their holdings. So you have Tesla lagging badly, Coin breaking down, all of Bitcoin, and the animal spirits in that sector are kind of at risk. I think there's going to be a lot of obstacles and headwinds in store for Coinbase as well as ARK Innovation Fund. The other thing that I noticed was yields. They're stubbornly strong. The 10-year yield looks like it's going higher. I noted even during the holiday break, it's very binary. Either yields are going higher to 4.5, or they're going to go lower to 3.5 and below. And I demark that line of 4.5 10-year yield. Anything below it is sort of accommodative. Anything above 4.5 is restrictive, and we are now in the 4.1 territory. Not good for risk assets, right? Like, I think if you recall, in 2023, I noted that when either yields and risk assets and stocks go up together or down together, they usually don't do that for a long time. One of them is typically lying, and it usually resolves within a day or 3 sessions. So today we had a bullish day for risk assets as well as a bullish day for yields. So I suspect by Friday or Monday, one of these two will give up. Either stocks are going to reverse or yields will reverse. So we'll see. So this morning, they came out with the job numbers, and while I do not believe the job numbers are accurate, because they have revised every month last year except for one, the data shows that the labor market is the best it's been in like 50 years. So in that scenario, how will the Fed cut rates 3 to 6 times? That's the big question. What else stood out? That's really it. I think you guys must keep watching the Magnificent Seven. Keep watching what's going to happen to Tesla right here, because it looks pretty sick. What was strong today? You had technology leading, but keep in mind technology has not led in the past few sessions. Then you had communication services, then industrials, and consumer cyclical, all of which were being sold off in the other sessions. So this is kind of like a bounce back rally here. And what was weak, in addition to coin, you had Marathon Digital, you had Rivian, you had mostly all the newly minted Bitcoin ETFs like BRRR, BTCO. The VIX was down. It's pulling back a little bit. ARKB was down. FBTC was down. IBIT was down. And Klaviyo, KVYO, the IPO from 2023, was down over 3% today. So keep watching the Magnificent Seven. Keep watching yields. If we're above 4%, it's a red flag. If we're above 4.5, it's risk off. That's all I have today, guys and girls. I will see you after the Friday session. Have a safe evening. All right.